Hello Pisces, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy bringing you your January 2025 mid-month general reading. We're looking at the second half of January 2025, and this reading is for you, the water sign of Pisces. I hope everyone's doing well as we continue to transition through the beginning of a whole new year. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here. So, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is for you, cross-watchers. If you're cross-watching for a Pisces, this is relevant and important for you too as well. It's a general reading. It might resonate a little differently for everyone who watches. Take what works for you, leave the rest. If you know your other star signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, watch those as well. It can be helpful to bring in, extra insight and perspective. If something really hits home and resonates with you and you'd like to take a deeper dive on it and explore it a bit and reach out for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style, please email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact information by clicking the description of this video, clicking on that word more, you'll see it there, along with my PayPal Me link too, for those of you who care to donate anything in support of my channel. Always my gratitude to those of you who do. I would really be delighted to hear from you, and I can usually get back to you the same day or within 24 hours with more information. I do offer lots of different reading choices, all areas of life, different types, lengths, costs, styles, spread. I've tried to put a little something in there for everyone. The 6 and 12 month overviews are still very popular right now. A lot of people like to order those at the end of one year and beginning of the next year to look at all areas of life for the next 6 or 12 months, so something to think about as well. I'm quite diligent about the timely scheduling of personal readings, as this is all that I do. This is what I do full time, so if you're interested, email me. Okay, Pisces, let's see what the second half of January 2025 looks like for you. We have the Knight of Cups with the Sun. Some of you, there's offers or opportunities coming in driven by love, support, and encouragement. It might be romantic for some of you. It might be an offer or opportunity of a different kind for others. 10 of Cups, happy home, happily ever after, white picket fence, kind of. The 10 of Cups represents kind of feeling like you're at that place, especially where home, family, all of that, where all the pieces have just kind of fallen into place with the 9 of Swords. But this is a lot of stress, anxiety, worry, fear of an unknown future. What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? And almost always the worst possible negative outcome, overthinking things as well. The 8 of Cups, walking away from something that perhaps you had been emotionally attached to, but has turned out, either run its course or it's turned out differently than what you originally thought it was going to be. With the 7 of Swords, secret motives, hidden motives, and secret plans here. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus is the World. So the World, this is the focus for the second half of January 2025. So the World is the last major arcana card, right? The first is the Fool, and all the tarot cards in between the Fool and the World represent a cycle that we go through, a chapter or a set of chapters that's particularly significant. We go through many in our life, right? So the World card represents an ending to a certain cycle or chapter in our life that perhaps has been quite significant, but has now come to an end, because this is a card of graduation and moving on to different, horizons, different options and opportunities. It feels very much here like something is at an end, and there is an opportunity or offer for this, whatever it is, to not be at an end. And there's all kinds of stress, anxiety, and worry as an undercurrent here. And it feels like somebody is going to be leaving anyway, and perhaps that they've been making plans for some time to do that. It may be that you've been holding off on these plans. This could also be someone close to you, but I read first for you. So some of you, it may be a relationship, a romantic relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. There's obviously, it may be that somebody wants to move forward in this relationship. Like if you're not married or something like that, they want to move forward. And there's all this beautiful energy on their end about it. but there's all this stress energy on your end about it because for you it's done. It's pretty much run its course, and you're planning on leaving or making plans to leave, and you're just kind of worried about how all of this is going to play out. Feels a bit sad. Let's peel it back just a little bit. Let's take a look at that overall focus, that primary focus of the world. Yeah, the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of emotional pain, disappointment, sometimes heartache, heartbreak, breakup, separation. Seven of Wands and Ace of Swords. Someone, likely you. For many of you, this is you. For a few of you, it could be the other person. But somebody has like seen the light, or what they feel is their truth, and they are determined to follow that no matter what, even if, even at the expense of it, of causing pain, basically. And I'm not saying that in a judgmental way, Pisces. It just feels like, I know this is going to be painful to do, but I have to do it. I mean, this whole reading kind of has this energy. Let's take a look at the Knight of Cups and the Sun. Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, somebody's making an offer here, but you're not interested in taking it. You feel you can't take it, like you're bound to something else, or you just can't, right? I mean, for romantic relationships or situations, it may be that this person is not that person, that person, it's just not turned out the way you thought it was going to be. You don't feel perhaps like they're the person you want to spend, the rest of your life with, or something like that. Even though maybe there's nothing wrong, it's not there for you, and you feel you can't, and you want to leave because you want to open up the possibility and potential of doing that. Others of you, it may be that you've already connected with somebody else. It's just this process of leaving that looks really difficult. It's like there's this beautiful offer, but you're like, I can't. Ten of Cups, Nine of Swords. Five of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's determined to move on no matter what. Doesn't matter. I mean, again, I'm not saying somebody doesn't care about hurting somebody else, but I mean, these things do happen, right? Somebody is still determined to move forward. It may be that some of the stress, anxiety, and worry is how to do that, particularly if like you're living together or married or something. What's fair? How do we split things up? How do we divide things up? How do we do this, right? For others of you, there may be, it feels kind of relationship centered to me, but for some of you, a few of you, it may not be. It may be that something is ending in another area of life, like maybe job, work, or, you have to move, and, there's all this stress and worry about doing that. And, but I think for most of you, I'm picking up more relationship energy than anything else here. And just a lot of worry and anxiety about, okay, how is the ending part of this going to play out? What's fair? What's the fair thing to do here? Let's take a look at Eight of Cups and Seven of Swords. For a few of you, I'm getting a message that this may have something to do with a parent or a set of parents or a parent. It may be that they've been living on their own or something like that, and for a variety of reasons, they can no longer live on their own. And so it's about moving them, having to move them to another place where they're maybe better taken care of or have more people around. It could be living with you, or it could be somewhere else. I'm picking that up for some of you too. And again, a lot of stress and anxiety about how the change and the transition will happen. So clarifying the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Swords, we have the World again. We have Strength, which is facing fears, doubts, and insecurities, and kind of facing up to that and pushing forward and doing it in a very direct way, kind, compassionate, but direct way. And the Two of Cups, the soulmate, kindred spirit energy. So for the relationship stuff, this can be two different things. It might be leaving one person, one established relationship for somebody else that you feel is your soulmate, or leaving an established person or situation in order to open up the possibility and potential for that happening. And just kind of the challenges and difficulty that go along with going through, this kind of change and this kind of transition. So let's end with advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. Six of Wands, Ten of Cups again, and the Six of Swords. Spirit is actually indicating, and this is probably more for relationship-oriented people with this reading than anything else, but Spirit is indicating that there is the possibility for healing in this situation. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. There is a possibility for healing within this situation. But the next two cards being Justice and Judgment. Whatever you do, free will, free agency. That's our gift, right? Free will, free agency. Whatever you do, you have Justice and Judgment both. Be careful how you do it. Even when you have to deal with difficult endings or difficult walking away, right? You can still do it in the highest moral and ethical way possible for you. You can't be responsible for how other people react, but you can be responsible for what you're doing. Justice and Judgment both is, justice is the rule of law, right? This is what is fair, equitable, even. It's the letter of the law, the rule of law. This is black and white. Judgment takes other things into consideration to mitigate stuff. It can be a second chance card, but both of these cards together represent that however you conduct yourself through this, however you act or react through this, is going to make a difference in the final outcome of it. So tread carefully. Any choices, decisions you make, actions you take, make sure that whether you like them or not, that you feel that they are fundamentally fair, moral, ethical, and honorable, and as transparent as possible, given the situation. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Pisces, those are your messages for the second half of January 2025. And I hope that for those of you for whom they resonated and made sense and hit home, that it was helpful, clarifying, gave you some food for thought. If it did, and you would like to, again, pull the curtain back on it and explore it a bit more, and reach out for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style, you can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also see that by clicking the description or that word more, you'll see it there as well. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the next set of readings. Until then, stay well, be safe, be blessed as we continue to transition through the beginning of a new year. I hope to see you back here again soon, and I hope to hear from some of you as well. Take care. Bye-bye.